Anybody else want to jump in on this?
Nope, you're good.
But Don, if they'd lost, we'd have been making a big deal about it, won't we?
Yeah, but I don't agree with Craig. I think Jan speaking. I think that does help for a player like Aubameyang being under pressure. Yes, they played against a bad West Bromwich team. They were maybe not even on the bench. They were first team players, but still, for a striker to get goals, that could be good for him. So take that home. And the Arsenal position now, they need any self-confidence that they will take any goal and any result like that. That is good. So I don't agree with Craig. I think that was a good night for Arsenal. Can take back to the Premier League.
My God, Jan.
Oh. No, you can call me Jan. Don't call me God.
My God. My God.
Jan talking.
Jan talking.
Don, what do you think? Where do you sit? Do you agree with Craig or Jan?
I mean, Jan's had too many coffees tonight and he's absolutely flying. I'm more with Craig, I think. I think I'm more with Craig. I think, you know, you're expected to beat West Brom. We've had a decent start in the Championship. Good for Aubameyang that he gets a hat-trick and got minutes on the pitch, but that'll count for nothing against Man City, I would imagine, at the weekend. So it relieves a little bit of pressure, puts a smile on Arteta's face. Maybe he might be slightly different in his press conferences, but come the weekend when City turn them over, back to square one, sitting in the bottom three in the Premier League, I'm afraid.
Don, I was told you wanted to talk about Arsenal's transfers.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock, that. I didn't expect that. I heard that in my ears and I went, have I got a problem with Arsenal's transfers? And I thought, actually, I have. Because I've got no idea where they're going, Dan. I'm thinking, like, where are they going? Like, they spend 30 million quid on Ødegaard when they've got, you know, people like Saka and Smith Rowe. In my opinion, I think Smith Rowe is a better player. Then they had Emi Martinez last year, who I think they sold for £20–25 million, who's now Argentina's #1 goalkeeper. So you get rid of him, and then you pay more money for Aaron Ramsdale, who's then sitting on your bench. I've got no idea where they're going. I thought I could see a plan with Mikel Arteta a couple of years back when they won the FA Cup. I thought, right, he's going to have his team hard to beat, playing counter-attacking football. I could see it. Now, all of a sudden, I look at Arsenal, I think, I'm not sure where they're going.
Oh, you look at that list.
I'll tell you where they're going. Nowhere.
Yeah.
That's where they're going. It's not the City game that's well, I say this, it's a problem. It's not that Man City game is not a problem, but nobody would be surprised if City wiped the floor with them, not when you saw how easy it was for Chelsea. Might not happen. Kind of hedging my bets for that scenario. The problem is, for Arteta, off the back of that, they have games against teams, I believe, that are in...
Norwich and Burnley, is it?
Yes.
Destined for the bottom half of the Premier League or a relegation battle. If they're negative results, that's a bigger problem than getting bashed by Chelsea or City.
Yeah.
And that's the issue for him. Now, if you go back to last year, he was on that period where he was on such a bad run. He was teetering on the brink of the sack, it seemed. And then somehow he managed to get his players to turn it around. I mean, we're really early in the season, but he's almost at that point already.
Look, beating West Brom in the Cup changes nothing. Right. If you lose, you have an excuse to sack Arteta right there and right then. Oh. But beating West Brom, even by 6, changes absolutely nothing. Losing to Chelsea and Man City, ordinarily, I don't think it's that big a deal or not unexpected. But it becomes high-pressure games when you lose to Brentford. Ultimately, where we are right now, West Brom aside, Arteta will be judged on those 2 against Norwich and Burnley and then in North London derby. Arsenal have got to be good in those 3. They have got to compete against City. I don't anticipate, I don't think anybody anticipates them taking anything. But it's those 3 that ultimately Arteta will be judged on and his fate hinges on.
One of the issues as well, I think, for Arsenal is not just that they have a pretty weak playing squad by their normal standards, or certainly the standards of the Wenger era for sure. But it's also the fact that if push comes to shove with Arteta, this is not a job that the real top guys want anymore because it's been too difficult. Yeah. And that goes back to Don's point, I think, transfer policy and club ownership. And you know, even people like Brendan Rodgers, who is definitely at a smaller club, but a good club at Leicester, I think we're looking at it going, well, people have talked about it, but I'm not sure I would even bother want to move.
Right.
And then you're looking, so you're not sort of dining at the table with these elite level coaches. Antonio Conte's out there, you know, Pochettino was out there, Allegri was out there and he's gone. And we know the guys in England that are we consider elite. Arsenal not only are not signing the elite level player, I think it's going to be a struggle for them to convince an elite level manager to go in there. As nice as the stadium is and all that, this job now just is becoming a poison chalice.
La Liga. Stream every match on ESPN+.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.